What is going on, guys? It's David Clayton of KZR Racing, and welcome back to my F1 Manager 22 career mode for round number 2, this time at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Last episode was a very uneventful one, as we pretty much ended up just fighting Williams to avoid being the last team on the grid. We finished 17th and 18th with Sebastian and Lance. We're hopefully going to start making progress as we get to mid-season. These early season episodes, however, are going to be a bit of a struggle. So with that in mind, we'll just take care of all the media now, and then we can head straight in to the practice sessions for Jeddah. Okay, now fast forward to we've got the new suspension components, so we should now have multiples of those. If we go to car setup, yep, we now have 4 components for the second set of suspensions. So hopefully, providing nothing goes wrong, hopefully, providing if nothing goes wrong, then we should be okay for spare parts. Everything's okay, so let's just head into the race weekend.
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to kick off, and the atmosphere here is electric. The Jeddah Street Circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Let the weekend begin!
Well, I say no guarantees, but it's pretty much guaranteed that us and Williams are going to be fighting at the back again, most likely. I'm going to do what I did in the last races. I'm going to send them out, let the AI take care of it on practice 1 and 2, and then practice 3, see if I can fine-tune it to get 0 in on the strategy. So we'll simulate the first practice. Let's see where we stand. Yep, not looking. Yep, about the same again. Still half a second off the slowest car of the midfield. So only 33 climatization for Seb compared to 52 for Stroll. 1922. Wow. Okay. I get the feeling that this is going to be even worse now, having seen that. This is going to be a bit worrying, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We're not getting very good on the setups now, and Albon's beaten both Stroll and Vettel. So it's still not good. Only 31-34. Wow.
Today we see the culmination.
Let's skip this and go straight to the second day. Get free practice 3 underway. Right, this is probably as good as I can get with Seb, because 4 bads and are great on the straights. We need to find a way to get that better, because only 31 and 34% confidence is what Stroll's saying. Yeah, see again. Right, I've got it trying to get it in the optimal window for Stroll. We'll see how that works. Traction's even worse, but that'll have to do. We'll see what that says when we eventually go out. So let's see what we can do. Manage practice 3. Let's dive in.
Radio check.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, loud and clear.
Okay, that's all good. So let's just get these guys out. Get Stroll out first, and then we'll get Seb out immediately. Need to get these guys fully up. We need to get these guys set up as best we can, because this is probably going to be an even worse struggle than Bahrain. I never thought I'd actually say that, but that's pretty much the way it is right now.
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing any more?
Car was good. All good here.
Yep.
Okay, apparently so Seb likes the car better than what he did before. Let's see what Seb is saying. It's better than what it was. Set up confidence 67%. We'll give that a go and see how that works. We'll give that a go and see how that works, just to get him a little bit confident, get him a little bit more confident on the setup. Bump that up and get reconfiguring. Right, Stroll's now in. Seb, we'll leave Seb to his own devices because he's going to be trying this new setup. Let's see what Stroll. Whoops. Let's see what Stroll has to say. 69%. Lol. Good, good, great. Still bad on traction. Yeah, I've tried messing around with Stroll's thing, but I can't see how I can get this down without compromising everything else. I'll adjust the front wing to there. I'll give that a try and see what it does, but I don't see that being any better than what it was before. So let's go on to the mediums again as well. It shouldn't take long to reconfigure this time, so we can speed up just enough. Completed, and send him out again. We've got plenty of time to get it done, so let's just send these guys out now. Well, that setup was even worse. He actually dropped to 54, so right, yeah. Revert to highest confidence setup. That's the best we're going to get, unfortunately. Then Stroll again, slightly worse than before. Yeah, I'll just revert back, and we're going to have to call it there. That's literally the highest I can do. That's literally the highest that I can get on both guys. There's not. I don't know where else that we can improve on that, really.
Checkered flag is now out.
Yeah, not a moment too soon. Again, we're just going to have another big struggle. Let's get the pain over and done with, boys.
Radio check.
Yep, clear.
Green light, green light.
Get Stroll out first. It's just going to be a painful experience, so I might as well just wait. Let a few other guys go out around me, and then yeah, we'll just get Vettel out now. This is going to be see what we can do. Not much. Not expecting much again, especially after the practice runs that we saw. So, yeah, we are 8/10 off of Sonoda with Vettel. Oh, hang on. What's happened to Bottas? He crashed, apparently. Oh, there he goes, and into the wall.
They've lost control, and there's the crash.
Into the wall goes Bottas, so that's one car we probably don't have to worry about. I hope, anyway. So let's speed this up a little bit. I want to try. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made last time. I want to try and get both cars out to do a lap. So when the last few cars leave the pit lane, I will try and get them out as soon as possible. So, get to 4, 3.5. There's going to be a whole load of cars heading out in a second, so I want to try and capitalise on this as best as possible. So I'm going to send Stroll out now before he gets caught up in any of the traffic. And then, hopefully with Sebastian, I'll be ready with this. So there goes Stroll. He's the first car out on track. Then here we go, a whole gaggle of cars now. So as soon as that gets to there go a lot of cars now. There's the overview. Oh, it's just wall on wall cars at this moment. And I've left it as late as I dare, so out you go, Seb. Do the best job you can, mate. That's all I can ask. There we go. We just fast forwarded that. Seb started his lap while Stroll's coming up to the end of his. Oops. What is Stroll's sectors? He's green on both. He's gone quicker. How much quicker, though? Only 14th. He's gonna still be at risk. He's definitely going out in Q1. So let's go over to Sebastian. He's one of the last cars on circuit, ahead of the two Hasses. So let's see what else we got. There goes Leclerc. He's already gone up to pole. So we're just waiting on all the others. Sainz is P2, so it's Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. But it is Q1 still, but Ferrari's showing their pace early. Verstappen goes second now, so he split them. The Williams haven't improved, which I thought as much. Schumacher did improve, as has Magnussen. Can Vettel do anything? No. He only improved by a 10th. It wasn't enough. Oh, well then, what? Bottas, oh God. Yeah, Bottas still somehow managed to get his lap in, even though he crashed. It probably only knocked his front wing off. So, yeah, that's qualifying over. Although we did beat both cars, beat both Williams this time. So, hopefully going into the race, if Vettel gets a decent enough start to at least stick with these guys, getting amongst these guys, finish a little bit higher, I'll probably hold out a little bit of hope for the race. So we'd go into... No, hang on. Yeah, car 1 strategy. We're not going to make this mistake again. So medium to hards, that is what? Pit lap 19. Pit lap 19 around that time. Onto the hards. Or the flip side. We'll do the conventional one for Seb. We'll take that. We'll take that conventional strategy for Seb. But Stroll, on the other hand, we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to flip him round. And we're going to start on the hards. And go to the mediums and see how he does. We might as well have a little. Try with it, just see how we go. It's not really going to make much difference in the grand scheme of things, but it's definitely worth having a look at for future reference.
A partly clear night here. The drivers now lined up on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. There's Lance Stroll, down the grid. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. Will their hard work pay off today. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Right, here we go.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, let's go deploy. Let's see if we can get
Use energy.
see if we can get Seb up into. Oh, he's gone for it. He's gone for it. Go on, Seb. And he's gotten ahead of 2 cars. Yes, almost immediately. Seb has made an impact. Put it back down to normal. Yeah, we'll take that. He's
Moving up the field.
He's gotten ahead of both the McLaren and the Haas, of Schumacher and Ricciardo, and he's on the back of Norris. So hopefully, if we can get Vettel to stick as best he can ahead of those guys in the back, and try and hopefully stick as best he can with Norris, we might get a better result this time. But that was definitely the start we needed, especially with Vettel, to get ahead of a couple of cars, so you can hopefully stick with a pack of cars and actually be pulled along with the DRS. If he can get in the DRS train, then he won't be left behind like he was at Bahrain. Although saying that, he's already losing out. He's already 8 tenths behind Norris at the moment. Yeah, Norris has already left him behind a little bit. So we'll let Seb get to this part of the corner, get through the last corner, and then deploy down the straight.
Use energy. You can use energy.
Copy.
And then see what's going on there. Yeah, it's not really making much of a difference as I would have liked. So we're going to, hopefully, we'll stick with Seb for a little bit longer just to see what he does. Stroll is, he's okay. He's going to do his own thing at this point. He's covering off the Williams, who are, well, Latifi started on the hards with him, and Albon's on the mediums. There's a lot of medium and hard runners. Ocon's the only one who's started on the softs actually, so that's going to be interesting to see where he moves up in the midfield. But for now, though, Seb is he's already been caught by Schumacher and Ricciardo. That speaks volumes about how bad the Aston Martin is compared to the rest of the midfield teams. We're not really a part of this fight. We're here just making a big nuisance and making life very difficult for these guys. Just to give ourselves a little bit of credibility, really. We haven't really got much else to work with. Oh, we got multiple cars crashed in sector 3. That looks like.
There's contact. It's chaos on the track. We can take a look
We're
now.
gonna watch the replay. Who was it? What's that? Oh no! It's Alpha Tauri Civil War as Tsunoda goes into the back of Gasly. There's several cars in the pit lane actually, so where are we now? Tsunoda and Gasly have both pit. That's got us up to 13 and 16. Might actually get somewhat of a decent result actually, guys. You never know. We're probably not going to score points, but 13th and 16th is a lot better than finishing in the bottom 4. So we'll go to, let's defend here, because Schumacher is definitely looking threatening. DRS is open. Yep, he's done well there. And now Ricciardo's going side by side with Schumacher as well. So, very nearly. Schumacher managed to hold him off, but yeah, here comes the second bite of DRS. We've got to defend for our lives here. Come on, Seb. Really got to think about this next one now because he's not got much battery left the way this is going. I've got to defend. Here comes Schumacher and Ricciardo. One of them's going to get me. I think they've both got me. Yep, they've both got Sebastian. Ah. That's not... yeah. Oh, we've got a lock-up for Verstappen at turn 3.
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
And he was in P2. Oh, and he's gone straight on. And he's going to lose out to both Perez and Sainz as they go past as well.
And that was a bitter blow
Yeah,
for the team.
that's
And it may have
another
really
lock-up for
hurt
Verstappen.
their
I'm wondering,
overall
because he
chances.
locked up in the last race, I'm wondering if his confidence has been taking a hit because of that. So now, let's go on to... We've got a little bit of fuel, Seb. Let's push with him.
You can stop lifting coast.
Let's push with him. Let's see if we can keep as close as we can to these guys. I don't want to let them get away, because if they get away, that's pretty much our race over with. Looks like Albon in the background is overtaking Stroll. But yeah, no, they're already starting to pull away. I can see that now. Yeah, we tried to keep them back. We tried to keep them back, but it's pretty much been decided there already. They're going to pull away from us now, no matter what we do.
All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
So let's go back to Stroll. He's behind Albon. It is predictable though, because he is on the Albon is on the faster tyre technically. Although that said, Stroll had a quick look into there, so we'll go push and overtake.
No saving required.
We'll go push and overtake. Go on, Stroll. Go on. Make a move.
Use overtake.
He's not going to get. He's not going to get into the hairpin. Maybe on the pit straight though.
This is good. Come on.
Let's just keep going. Go on, attack, Stroll. Come on. Come on, go for it. Everything at your disposal. There he goes. Oh, and Sebastian's actually got ahead of Schumacher again. Sebastian's actually got back ahead of Schumacher. I only just caught that.
This is good.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race
Let's see it.
position.
I think
Let's have a
that's
look.
probably DRS
So this
down the
was
straight.
Aston Martin.
Yeah, Schumacher dropped right off of Ricardo and straight back into Vettel's grasp. So I wonder if Schumacher went a little bit wide there. But yeah, nevertheless, we got. I'm gonna have to leave Seb on standard because he's on the cusp of fuel and everything. I need him to save ERS ideally. Stroll we can push because he's again done his little trick of saving a lot of fuel as he has done. So we're going to let Stroll burn off a bit of fuel. Sebastian facing Schumacher on hard. Stroll's actually caught up to the pair of them. So let's see how this plays out actually. Because I may go. Actually, I think I will. I'm going to get Stroll. Right, we're going to go overtake. Schumacher's down the inside of Vettel.
Use overtake. Copy.
And then what I'm going to do with Seb is I'm going to ask him, don't fight his teammate. I'm going to let Stroll go. So Stroll's going to go, and then I'm going to hold back the car.
Pass with an overtake.
Oh, no, Seb. Oh, God. Seb just dropped way back after I told him to do that. And he's dropped back behind Latifi as well. That's not good. Albon is directly behind Stroll. Come on, man. Latifi's on the back of Vettel as well. So we're going to defend on Stroll. And
Defend.
Yeah.
defend maybe a bit too late because Latifi's going to come past. The DRS is so powerful on this circuit. You can't really
Think
do
Albon, you're
any.
doing a good job.
You are joking.
Oh, and Stroll's been overtaken by Albon again. Well, a little bit of an update later. Stroll has actually pulled away from Albon. He's pulled out a decent gap to them. And, oops. Yeah, Stroll's pulled out a decent gap to Albon. He's now... What? Yeah, Stroll's now 1.8 ahead of Albon. And Vettel has actually broken away from Latifi and started catching back up to Albon. So the pace is there. The pace is doing a lot better than what it was. beforehand. The problem is like I said, the AlphaTauris are already catching up to our pack. So they're going to start getting involved in our... they're going to start getting involved with us soon. So it's just a case of Seb's going to be coming in first no matter what we do here. So we're going to put him on push because he's got a lot more fuel than I initially believed he did. So we're going to use Seb to try and harass Albon up until the pit stop window because they're both on mediums. And then depending on Stroll's hard tyres, depending on how well he takes them, I might put him onto softs at the end. But here goes Vettel. Is he going to be able to do something? Can we overtake? No, he's not going to make the move. He's just going to sit there and just sit there for the moment. He's got plenty of fuel though. We'll put him on push for the time being. He'll eventually get Albon at some point. He's got plenty of fuel to do it, so we can concentrate on him saving his ERS. Okay, so we just entered Seb's pit window when Albon just overtook him again. He's still got five laps of fuel now because he's somehow barely using any of it, and he's still got 59% tyre wear. So I'm pretty content with leaving him out for the time being. There's no real reason to bring him in. There's Latifi. Latifi's already been caught by Gasly. That's how quick Gasly's been going to try and catch up to these guys. And Tsunoda is just trudging along trying to keep pace as best he can. But yeah, Gasly's already in a foul mood, having been taken out by his teammate. So he's going to be hard charging to try and catch up to us. Vettel still looking around for a way past Albon. He's not going to find it anywhere around here. Is he going to be? He's not going to try and go down there, is he? No, I didn't think he would. So what we will do onto this straight here. He's got DRS, so we're going to flick him at overtake. Let's see what he can do. He's down the inside. Go on. And that looks to be the move. It is. He's down the inside at the final corner. Now we're going to flip him. We're going to flip back to defend this time, because Albon's going to have DRS. And then hopefully, if he keeps him at bay, there we go. That'll do. That'll do nicely. So we got Seb in front of Albon now, which is ideal. 56, 57 on the tyres for those two. Stroll's still got 68. So I reckon we still about 6 or 7 laps, I would say. They both got plenty of fuel as well. I'm pushing with Seb, and he's still gaining fuel. I don't know how that's worked out for him. But yeah, we're going to leave these guys for now. They seem to be. Stroll's actually got. Vettel's got a bit of a gap to Albon now. So let's leave them to it until a time where they actually need to go for the pit stop.
Here's an overtake from Williams.
Albon's back ahead of Sebastian, but as you can see in the background, Gasly has already caught us. So from the time that they had that crash on lap 5, I think it was, 14 laps later, he's already caught up to the back of us. So he's been pushing like mad to try and close up to that gap. Let's watch Seb again. Seb's thinking about that move. He's been eyeing it up so many times, but hasn't quite pulled the trigger on it. So for the time being, we've got DRS now. Gasly's just literally just right there. He's now officially on the back of us. And we've got literally no ERS to play with Vettel, even though we're on neutral. And Albon's actually in. Albon's gone into the pits early. We're going to ignore the pit stop window for Seb. We're going to keep going. We've still got the tyre for it, so we might as well use it to our advantage. less time I spend. If I spend less time on the hard tyres compared to Albon, my reckoning is we can stretch this set of tyres and spend less time on the hard tyres, and then hopefully we'll have a bit more free rein to push them harder in order to defend from Albon in the later stages of the race. But Gasly he's right there. He's down the inside. That was an inevitable move that was coming. Gasly's been charging so hard for so many laps now. It was only a matter of time before he eventually came up and passed us. I'm also not going to. I'm going to go with Stroll. I'm going to put them both on harvest now. There's no reason not to. Seb definitely needs the battery, and I have no intention of fighting Gasly because he's just going to come straight past no matter what we do. Gasly's probably getting very, very annoyed right now. He's being held up by these two green cars that locked him in a sandwich now, and they're just not budging no matter what he tries. We're still saving ERS as well, which is also holding him up a little bit more as well. Again, yeah, he's just not going for that move. He's not going for that move down the inside. I could take Stroll off harvest now. He's got a bit more battery to play with. But Vettel, I need to keep harvesting a little more just so he has some battery for later, because he was running out in those battles that he had with Albon for all those laps. So yeah, we're just going to see how that goes now. Gasly will eventually get Stroll at some point. Is he going to go for it down the inside here? Nope. He's probably tried to frighten Stroll off the road, but it's not been successful. He's done that a couple of times. It just hasn't worked. So now we're going to wait until lap 24 to see how Seb does on his tyres. Vettel goes past now, so we're going to go on the Vettel screen, and we're going to pit him onto the hard tyres. Pit this lap.
Box.
And then we're going to go. He's already pushing, so we might as well use the tyres. Go full attack. And that. In regards to Stroll, we are going to give him. Don't fight, teammate. We're going to let him go. Let Seb go. Let Vettel get in, get that. Stroll's still got some tyre life left. I can get him to definitely like lap 31 or 2 on the hards. Yeah, so we're just going to follow Seb as he goes into the pits at the end of this lap. Speed up to ×2. He will come in.
Pit lane.
Copy, mate. Just make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
So he's in. We'll just now with Stroll. He's going to go around the first 2 corners. Still got Tsunoda with him, but the problem is Tsunoda's pulled Latifi with him, which is not ideal. Seb comes out. Yep, he is indeed in P20. Going longer didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Because he is now, what's his time behind? He's 1.2 behind Albon, but I'm pretty certain pushing and aggression straight away to get his tyres warmed up as quick as possible. That'll definitely close the gap down to Albon. As for Stroll, saying that Latifi's closed up, he's actually pulled away from him a bit. So him and Tsunoda are pulled away from Latifi, so that's definitely going to be helpful. And there, ballsy move from Yuki Tsunoda at that fast chicane there. can't really complain about that. There's so many times Vettel and Stroll themselves have eyed up that move, and Yuki just went and did it.
Regained a place.
So yeah, fair play to Yuki then. So we're actually going to push now with Lance. He's got a bit of fuel to spare.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
Vettel down the inside at the final corner to get ahead of Albon. So he's definitely pushing. He's definitely pushing to get that get back ahead of both the Williams cars. Stroll has actually dropped Latifi by a big margin as well. He's dropped him by 5 seconds. Nearly 6, in fact. So that's working well. Vettel's dropped Albon by 3 seconds. So, yeah, Vettel's going to be in a good place when he eventually comes out, especially as we know both the AlphaTauris are going to be stopping again soon anyway. So, 31... We're on lap 31 now with Stroll. I'm going to push him one more lap. And then we'll see where he comes out in relation to Vettel. But then again, Stroll is going to be on the mediums. Now, coming up to the final hairpin now. Is Stroll going to go around the outside? He is! Stroll goes around the outside of the hairpin of the final corner.
Nicely done.
I'll tell you what, Stroll, as the race goes on, for some reason, during the race, Stroll just gets better for whatever reason. I can't work out why. Tsunoda immediately overtakes him again. But, yeah, we're going to bring Stroll in now.
They'll come to us.
Stroll's currently on lap 31, so yeah, this is probably the best time to do it now. So we're going to bring him in for... That's... yeah, so we're going to bring him in for the mediums at the end of this lap. Stroll now is in. He's finally come into the pits. As Vettel comes up to the hairpin. It might be close, actually. It might be close at exit, but I am probably going to have Vettel let Stroll go, in all honesty. Stroll's going to be on the faster time no matter what. Now here comes Stroll. And there goes Vettel down there. So, yeah, there goes Vettel. I'm going to put Stroll back on standard, but he's still got plenty of fuel burn.
Copy.
He's still got plenty of fuel burn. As for Seb, I'm going to say, don't fight your teammate. Yep, there he goes. And now we can take Vettel off that and put him back to where he was. Put him back on balance to conserve his fuel. Stroll's on the faster tyre. I don't want him to get. I don't want to get held up behind Vettel on hard tyres. So it's the better thing to do that right now. Tsunoda and Gasly are surely... Gasly's not coming in still, but Tsunoda surely has to. Yep, there he goes. So Tsunoda's going to be in. Wonder what Latifi's going to do. Is Latifi going in? Yes, he is. So Latifi's in. Here's Stroll and Vettel. So now we're just waiting on these guys. Another set of mediums for Tsunoda. Here come Vettel and Stroll. And, oh, it's going to be close. No. They literally just stopped and let Tsunoda go, which is unbelievably annoying, in all honesty. Vettel will put you on push. Probably not going to get Gasly either as well, because that stop has probably cost us about half a second, 3/4 of a second. And now Albon's catching up to the back of us as well. Yeah. We had a chance, but again, the car's just not quick enough. So there's Gasly, there's Tsunoda. Gasly's going to get ahead of all of them. Yeah, I didn't think that would happen. Yeah, he's cleared a lot of them. And hang on a minute. Stroll's just dropped backwards. Stroll's just dropped backwards massively there.
New position, just gained by Williams.
So we can't have that. Stroll, you're gonna go on overtake. You're gonna get put back ahead of Albon. There's a car that crashed out apparently. Ricardo. So what happened to him then? Oh, he spins out and just into the tech throw. He's only lost the front wing, but still. Haven't had any like major big accidents that have warranted a safety car. But thankfully now, with that Red Bull coming through, we've actually gotten a big gap to Albon now. So hopefully we can keep that until the end of the race, hopefully. I'm going to put Seb back on balanced. And then while... don't fight, teammate. Vettel and hold the cars back behind because I don't want him getting too close to Stroll and overtaking him. We don't want to be fighting each other so much that we end up both losing out to Albon in that scenario. So we're going to put Vettel on that. I'm going to put him back on push because he saved up a bit of fuel again. Let's see where we go. See how we go from there. Well, both the guys are a lot closer together this time on circuit, but again, Albon's also closer to us as well. So we've only got a few laps left, and Seb is still having this fight with Albon, who's only got so many tyres left. So for Seb, we are going to go aggressive on the driving style.
Just need to push now.
We're going to go aggressive on the driving style, and then we're just going to stick with them the whole time. Let's go into overtake mode, see what he can do. Go on, Seb. You got plenty in you, mate. I know you can do it. Go on. Go on. Go on, Seb. Is he alongside? Is he alongside? Yes, he is. Whoa! Down he goes and around back into P18. All this work just for that. And Albon's already coming back at Seb. So we're going to go straight to defence. Stroll's off into the distance, so he's pretty much secured. I just want to make sure that Seb stays ahead of Albon this time. So back down to neutral. And then... nope, keep pushing on that. We need to go back to standard on your tyres. Just need to keep Albon at arm's length for the rest of this stint. We'll go up to Stroll, put him back on balance to make sure he finishes the lap, finishes the race. We're going to follow with Seb all the way to the end now. We'll go on the rear view cam so we can see where Albon is. Follow him through that hairpin. He's got a little bit of a cushion, so when we get to this next DRS zone here, we'll hit defend out of the corner.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
And race has just ended, as you heard. It's a Ferrari 1-2. So Ferrari 1-2, Perez third, Verstappen fourth, and then the two Mercedes after that. Hamilton ahead of Russell, that looked like. Still defending from Albon as we go into the hairpin. He's right behind us as we go through the hairpin. Go on, Seb. To the line, to the line, to the line, to the line. There we go. Just held him off. So 17th and 18th again. Best we can manage. Stroll did all right on that strategy, actually. He came out better off than what Sebastian did, thanks to all the confusion around us. But yeah, that's the end of the race. The two Ferraris, 1-2. Leclerc ahead of Sainz, Perez, Verstappen, Russell and Hamilton close together on track. It was Russell who finished ahead of Hamilton, sorry. Bottas, Alonso, Zhou and Magnussen the top 10. And then, yeah, here we are in our own little universe down here. Still a ways off the midfield, but...
A solid performance there from Lance Stroll.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell the fact that he just threw the headrest out
Aston
again.
Martin had a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
There's no rest for F1 team. Let's hope their hard work will get them closer to exceeding expectations in the next race.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
So yeah, optimistic words from the commentators again, but that's pretty much part and part of the course with our expectations where they are. Yeah, Gasly and Tsunoda still had their lock up and crash, and they still finished ahead of Ricciardo. So that's going to be fun for Ricciardo in the debrief. Perez again got the fastest lap, so he takes home 2 fast laps in a row, but it's a 1-2 for Leclerc and Sainz at Ferrari. And that means in the drivers, Leclerc's only 2 points now behind Perez in the standings. Sainz a further 4 back there. Verstappen again, just yeah. I'm wondering if that initial mistake he made in Bahrain's affected him, because he made another one here, and again he just wasn't nowhere to be seen for that race in regards to the front runners. So it's an interesting thing if that is the case. Momentum is a real thing on the normal F1 22 game, and it can be in here as well. So in the constructors, Ferrari now move ahead of Red Bull with that 1-2, 10 points ahead. And then, as usual suspects, Alfa Romeo finally get on the board with that double points finish, as I knew they would. Haas have also got on the points board with Kevin Magnussen getting 10th in this race. And then it's just us and Williams who've yet to score. And judging by the performances that we've shown, it's going to be a while before we do score. But that's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly, well, I would say I certainly did, but that's very optimistic considering where we were. Good racing again from the guys. Seb actually got stuck in as well, so his racecraft is not too bad. Stroll as well. Again, he was actually the better driver today. I mean, he was on a decent strategy, to be honest. Starting on the harder tyre and then going on to softs worked out for him in the long run. But yeah, that's going to be all for me, guys. That was Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We will be back next time for the Australian Grand Prix at Albert Park. I am David Clayton of KZR Racing. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel, and hit notifications. Leave a comment as well. Give us your feedback, is always important on this series. And I will see you again next time. Goodbye.